video that's
Okay,
not
so the
come out.
round starts and I have to fix my controls because I forgot to do that also. And I just go over to the cabinet because, you know, I'm trying to fix my controls. Then all of a sudden, I get this little giant thing inbound. And I just, okay, I sit still. But I'm on top of hatch, so I move over, like, literally a millimeter, dude. Just not even enough to say even a
10
distance.
seconds before insertion.
Get one.
5 seconds to insertion.
Ella isn't even good anymore. Well, she's good.
The diffuser
Like, there's no
is
difference,
secured.
but, like,
Bomb location.
it's really hard to
and
do if you're not good.
So for the operators, bro, I feel like Finka. And I'm first gonna start with Lion. Lion's V308 is really good. Now, people are sizing his gadget for real because his gadget is relatively easy to counter. If you're a roamer, you're gonna want to find a place you want to lurk. Lurking around is probably the most efficient thing to do now as a roamer rather than just roaming and going around the map, because of the fact that Lion's gonna have a game-changing gadget, which means he's gonna be able to see you when you're moving. So lurking around and just staying in one spot is gonna be the best way to do it. Now, in between his scans, you can go ahead and roam, but I feel like you shouldn't have to focus that much on going around multiple places, because remember, he can start at any time. So you want to go from place to place. Have a certain route you want to travel now. Like you have to. It's like Fortnite. You want to have a certain route you want to travel to get to the objective and where you want to go. So I believe that's the best way to play the counter line if you're a roamer on defense. Now, going to his gun review, I really do like the V308, his Vector. His recoil really isn't that bad, especially if you get a grip on it. It really like drops it and it's easy to control. Same thing with Finka, but I'll go into that later. His ACOG is really good, and I feel like he's really powerful. Now, if you're going to a skilled team on defense, I wouldn't really recommend running him, because mostly these skilled players up in the higher ranks don't really roam like that, and they really know how to stay still if they need to and not show their presence. So I really wouldn't run that. Otherwise, for him, I would run the Vector with ACOG flash hider. So you get that regular control, because you're not really going to be spraying them. You're not really going to be spraying them down like you can, but like his mag is only 50. So if you want to, you can run compensated. I prefer a flash hider because it helps him see through the barrel much easier rather than having that flash up there while you're shooting. As I do with most of my guns. It's a personal preference what you want there. But yeah, I would run ACOG, flash hider, vertical grip, and I would run laser sight so you can get that higher thing, because what are the chances of them seeing a laser sight? They're only going to see your laser sight if you point it at their head, and if you point at their head, or if it flies out the surface. But you're not going to see it on the surface that easily, and you're not going to really be seeing the dot. For Finka, I would run the Spear 308 round, and basically you have it's basically like okay. So I want to talk about her recoil, bro. Her recoil is almost non-existent. Given with her gadget, that's even worse, because basically you're literally shooting the gun and having no recoil at all with the user gadget, bro. Like, it's stupid, ridiculous. Like, your shots will go on point whenever you want. Now, of course, always run ACOG. ACOG when you're in offense. Like, come on now. Now, if you don't want to, go ahead and run hollow, or what you're comfortable with. I'm just saying. I run the ACOG as much as possible. I always go flash hider, vertical grip, laser. That's her loadout. Now for her gadget, which gives your team health, it's overpowered, bro. Now, given you can't use it when your team's in a bear trap or echo and all that. It's like, yeah, it's not. It can go down a little bit, but I'm just saying. I prefer the spear over her light machine gun, because yes, there's a drop off in damage, but the fire rate is much higher. And if you calculate it for how much you get for 30 rounds from each of these guns, like, the damage in the spear is pretty good and consistent. So I will run the spear for the first few. Even though it's like slightly lower, I feel like the spear gives you the best control rather than the LMG. So I would go ahead and run the spear. Now her gadget, her healing is really good. It gives you that speed boost along with the extra health, and you can revive your down teammates. The only thing is, when you revive your down teammates, they can go down again. Now, normally in a regular game, when you die your teammates, they can't go down again. Like, you can't revive them ever again after you revive them once. For this to be able to do that, like, it's really like changing the game, because like your team can almost go down, can almost never go down. This also counters Cav too, because she has to go for interrogate, and Finka comes out there, puts on the heal, gets up, lights up the Cav. That's basically saying, Cav, hey Cav, I'm gonna come here and I'm not gonna let you get this interrogate on my teammate. But yeah. So basically, it's really counters. That's why I see a lot of Cavs in rank like practicing their instant kills. Like, they're not even using time to go interrogate anymore. Like, Cav is really, when you go in rank, they're not killing. Like, they're not interrogating. They're just going straight for the kill. They're never interrogating ever again. So like, that's one of the things. So Cav really is not going to become like really like not usable. Now, let's go into the PTR change. I'm gonna be honest, bro. They say they removed the ACOGs from these two. I think that was a brick ago, though. I'm not gonna lie. That had to be a brick ago, because I've never seen an ACOG in these two. So I'm not gonna worry about that. They need to remove that notification, though. But, going to Ella, bro. What they do to her, bro? This is my main. Oh, I went on Cav. Sorry, Cav. You're non-existent now. On Ella, she's almost, like, after her first round, her recoil is ridiculous, bro. It goes all over the place, bro. Like, you thought the jump was bad, bro. This jump was going crazy, bro. Like, you have to have that control. Like, since I'm an Ella and Buck main, it's pretty easy, because basically Ella's recoil is basically Buck's gun at this point. So it's really relatively easy for me, since I main both of them on attack and defense. Now, I do run Ash a little bit. Y'all, I was gonna bring y'all Life of an Ash main. Don't worry, Ash and Buck are both my mains, but I have certain roles I run. Like, I use Pulse, Ella, and Valk. Those are my three mains on defense. I will run Mirror every once in a while, but I prefer those three. But anyway, they've removed her impact, so it makes her less usable when she's trying to fight shields like Blitz and Montaigne. So basically, she's basically gonna have to rely on teammates when she's going against a Blitz. Granted that she's not skilled like in higher level like Diamond, High Plat, and they can't take them on. Now, Blitzes higher level, they're scary. High ranked Blitzes are scary. So I feel like Ella losing her impacts really like cripples her when it comes to fighting, because those impacts really come in clutch when you're fighting those shields. Especially as a roamer, the impacts are really impacts or any type of explosive is really important. So I feel like I understand they remove the impacts. The impacts are really like good and stuff, but I think like she's already powerful. But this is really like nerfed to a T. Like, at this point, I believe they should have just like went around and just given her like a Nitro Cell. Like, a Nitro Cell probably would have been a good replacement, because it's a one-time use, and it really makes her think about how she's gonna use it. She can't just go around throwing it willy-nilly like, oh, open this for you, open this for you. Like, no. Like, you need to be able to defend yourself when it comes to fighting shields. You gave Valk a Nitro Cell. Like, she's relatively balanced. So, and her gun is powerful too. Like, look. Ella's gun that already does 23 base damage. Hold on. Yeah, it does 23 base damage. I'm pretty sure it did 28 or quite more, like 31. But bro, the damage is already nerfed, so you know we can't do nothing about that. I think it did like 31 damage for his mag, and plus it's not 41 anymore. Decreased it to 40. So you're really not getting that damage anymore. So basically, her gun is low damage, and her gun is basically low damage and has extremely high recoil. So really, the best thing to run for it at this point is Compensator, and I would just go to Deployable Shield, just so you have that extra like defense on the point, where we can put it in the doorway so that the vault over, so the defenders are basically defenseless when they come through. So I would run Deployable Shield. If you're really feeling up to it, Barbed Wire is good also when you're defending the point, because they have to go through a window or something. You can just go ahead and put that down wherever you want, so it makes noise, so you know where they're coming from. So yeah, that's for Ella, and yes, this is my honest review for these three operators. And yeah, so anyway, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.